Welcome to the Inspiration Station hosted by Joshua Lenox, the place to fill up your tank if you're in need of encouragement and motivation.
Good evening, everybody. It is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and y'all know what time it is. It is the Inspiration Station. It is the 16th of January, y'all. It is moving so quick and swift, but that's okay because a lot of great things are happening for each and every one of you, and it's just accelerating quicker than you thought. As you're coming in here, I just want to say welcome in, welcome all, welcome everybody. I mean, even your dogs, your pets, whatever. I had somebody tell me that sometimes their pets are watching with them or listening with them, and I think that's amazing. But I hope that your Friday has been absolutely excellent. I hope it's exceeded every expectation that you have even planted in this day. I know it's been absolutely amazing for me, so I know that it's got to have been, it's got to have been excellent and amazing for you. So as you guys are coming on in and collecting yourselves and things of that nature, let me know how your day has been so far. Let me know that this is the best time of your day and maybe the best time of your life so far because you're here with me and I'm all right with that. So I want to give love all to everyone out there on YouTube Live, Instagram Live, Facebook Live, LinkedIn Live, on Spotify, on Apple, on Audible, Amazon. I always say it, y'all, but I'm just going to keep saying that. But I'm so glad that each and every one of you are here. I am also wanting to say it is an honor and privilege to sit before you guys, for you to see me and also to hear me. It's a privilege for me to do this. I'm very thankful, and as I think you all have known, this it makes a year and a couple of weeks now that the podcast, the show, has been going forth, and I'm just so blessed because it was a leap of faith. It was not something that I was just intentionally wanting to do, but again, it was something different. It was something new, something a little bit out of my comfort zone, to be honest. But at the same time, that's what we do here, right? We stretch ourselves beyond where we've been because we're not just normal people. We're people who are always growing. We're always getting better than we've ever been before. So as you guys are coming in, I just want to say if you have had any challenges or up against any challenges, we all have challenges. We're always going to be up against challenges because that's how we get stronger. That's how we learn. Like I always tell you, the only L's we take are lessons. But the challenges that you have are just reminders that you can overcome them. There's nothing that can stop you. There's nothing that can hinder you. There's nothing that can keep you in a place for a long amount of time, only unless you decide to do that. And we don't decide to stay in a place where we're not moving. So as you guys, again, are coming in, I'm going to jump kind of quickly into what we're going to talk about. But before I do that, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who continue to share, who continue to show up, who continue to watch faithfully and consistently. I want to give yourself a round of applause for that. I appreciate that. Love on yourselves. Love on yourselves for showing up for yourself to be here in the Inspiration Station. Again, the Inspiration Station is about all of us. If it's your first time you're learning, this is a moment I want you to really listen and listen up. The Inspiration Station, it's not just about the vessel who's sitting before you. It is about you, more you than me, because we're all an inspiration. We're inspirations to people who have come across our paths, who are in our lives, but also most importantly, we're an inspiration to ourselves. And I know some of y'all are probably like, I don't inspire myself. Well, you look back in that catalog of your life and you have many, you almost have a documentary or a series of things that you can pull from to remind you that there's nothing that can stop you because nothing has. Have you had tough moments? Absolutely, but you've overcome a tremendous amount of them. Have you had moments where you wanted to give up and throw in the towel? Sure, but you're still here. So you have plenty of things to pull from. Also, do you have successes that you have and achievements? Absolutely, you do. And those are moments to pull from as well to let you know there are many more successes and achievements that you have left to do while you're still here and you're breathing. So also, this is where we're open, we're honest, and we're absolutely vulnerable with each other, but most importantly with ourselves. Because let's say it together, y'all, the relationship that is often neglected the most is with ourselves, right? We can tend to put ourselves in the corner when we should be in the forefront of our own lives and navigating that. Also, this is a place where people will be coming in. I hope you all enjoyed last week with Jeremy. I didn't mean to cut myself off, but I did. But this is where people come and they are also interviewed, where we get to glean from their lives and lean into their lives and gravitate to some of those nuggets that they're going to be giving us to allow us to run on and see what the end is going to be with the race that we have in our lives, to empower us, to encourage us, to inspire us. And on the lines of that, this is where we are empowered, we're encouraged, we're inspired, but we're and motivated, but we're motivated in all of those other things I named to make some level of action. Action doesn't always mean that I'm moving my feet immediately, but it may mean I'm starting to change my thinking. I'm starting to pivot in a way to where I can get into some actions. Maybe then I can start writing some things down, some plans, some goals, some objectives, some accountability for myself to get myself in motion. Motion doesn't always have to start with you actually moving your physical body. It could be moving your thoughts. I need to write that down. I think that sounded really good. But anyway, also, I want to say again, you all are sharing, and again, y'all are coming in the droves. And while everyone is watching in great numbers on all platforms, I have to just really give it up and give some appreciation to those who are tuning in on YouTube as the numbers just continue to increase. To God be all of the glory. And the reach is continuing to grow and expand, not just here in the U.S., but in multiple continents overseas. And I just, again, you never know what God is going to do when you just take a little bit of that size of a mustard seed faith and you step out, take a leap of faith. You never know where it's going, where you're going to go. So even if some of you who are under the sound of my voice or you looking at me in my eyes right now, anything that you have a dream or vision about, or even a little inkling of something that's not in your typical comfort zone or something that's something you normally wouldn't do, take a chance. Go on, honey. Take a chance. For all my Coming to America fans out there, but take a chance on yourself. Bet on yourself. And what's the worst thing that can happen? Nothing other than you learning to maybe go in another direction. But give it a chance. Give it a try. So let's jump right on in tonight. I hope everybody, again, is doing absolutely well. I hope your families are well. I hope every part of your life is just thriving daily, as we're 16 days into the new year, y'all, and things are picking up quickly. So I hope that you're maximizing and you are absolutely taking advantage of each and every day, all the time you have, or whatever you're doing, being as productive as possible, resting when necessary. And resting doesn't always mean I'm going to sleep, but resting when necessary, but also implementing what we just learned a couple of weeks ago on not having New Year's resolutions, but New Year's executions. So tonight, y'all ready? Everybody say tonight, home tonight. Tonight, what I want to talk to you about is the construction zone within. Put your hand on yourself, right, really quick. And I said, right, really quick, y'all. I don't know what's going on with what I'm saying, but y'all are rocking with me, so I appreciate it. But put your hand on yourself and just say the construction zone within. Now, I want your minds to already go to a construction zone or a site. We've seen them all of our lives, right? We already know what that looks like. We know what that sounds like. We probably even know what that smells like. But go with me for just a few minutes on that, and kind of want you to think about certain themes when I'm talking. I want you to think about boundaries. I want you to think about patience, and I also want you to think about transformation. Okay, boundaries, patience, and transformation. And again, keep that picture in your head, because I know all of y'all did, because I did too. I went right there. I see the cones, I see the workers, the hard hats, the barriers, the dust, all of that stuff, the traffic. I see all of that, the signs up and everything. I see all of that, but we're going to talk about the construction zone within. So first, I want to say this really quick to you, that life is like a construction zone, right? Sometimes it's noisy, sometimes confusing, and sometimes you feel blocked, but it's always a sign that something new is being built. I'm going to say that really quick again. Life is like a construction zone. Sometimes it's noisy, sometimes confusing, y'all, excuse me, and sometimes you feel blocked, but it's always a sign that something new is being built. When we think about a construction zone, you're always seeing something that's either being built anew or that's being rebuilt. And sometimes when in our lives, things can get very noisy, things can be very confusing, things can be where we feel like things are blocked for us, where we're shut off from everything. But something new is being built. And I want you guys to still go back to the moment of me telling you about us having a new orientation of ourselves, a new training of the new person that you're becoming, and tie this into that as well. Wow, you know what? Briefly, how construction zones are always symbolizing a level of repair, growth, and again, transformation. you look at it, it doesn't matter if it's on the interstate, it doesn't matter if it's in your neighborhood, it doesn't matter if it is downtown, in a parking lot, whatever it is, there's always something that's being either repaired, something growing, or even at expanding, or also being transformed. So I want you guys to just, again, lean with me and rock with me for a few minutes. And I promise you, I'm gonna get you out of here really quick because I know some of y'all are probably ready to do something on your Friday evening. You know, some of y'all are off, or maybe y'all are still at work right now and you're listening or you're watching. Or maybe this is another day and you're watching and listening to this, whatever time or whatever you're doing, just roll with me for a minute. But first thing I want to point out are, think about the orange cones. This is what we call boundaries in our lives. Orange cones do what? They slow the traffic down and they make safe paths. I know for me, sometimes I know been driving on the street or something like that, or on the interstate, then all of a sudden I'm driving and you see the signs saying, yeah, but before you see the signs, you see the cones. And it's like, okay, they got that blocked off. Okay, everybody need to merge over to the left or merge over to the right. But again, that's a boundary that's being set around the construction site, which the construction site is what? You, right? Okay, so when we apply that to our lives, boundaries protect your energy and time while you're under construction. When those cones are out there, that's not going to be a set time. You might think that, okay, the cones are out there for the night or whatever, or I mean, during the day while the people are out here, but even at nighttime, it's still cones out there. So even in your life, there are certain places and certain or certain space that you hold where you have to have boundaries around you at all times, not just during the morning, not just during the afternoon, but even in the evening. And again, with time, there's you're being covered and protected at all times. Some of you, I'm pretty sure, need boundaries somewhere in your life right now. So, like, while you're even thinking about this, where do you need orange cones in your life right now? Boundaries that tell others to slow down or proceed with care. Let me share a real quick story. I really didn't have strong boundaries until I became a therapist. And I think they became I always had boundaries in a sense, professionally, in a sense, but personally, oh my God, I was a yes person. Yes, 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 I can do it. Yes, I can do it. I can make a way. I can do whatever. And not knowing how detrimental that was to me. And I was enabling others and teaching them that I tolerate them always coming to me for something, always needing something, and I'm going to always rise to the occasion. When I first started to tell people no, or that I wasn't able to help them, or I wasn't able to be present with them, I started losing people. So I thought I was losing people, but I was actually gaining more of myself and my own worth, my value, and my self respect. And people started acting different. And I was like, wow. So it took for me to be protecting myself, started protecting myself, setting a barrier around myself. Gonna talk about that in a minute too, having boundaries to protect me. Because think if you don't have those cones out there when you're driving, you'll run right into whatever the site is. And then you're messing up the work that's being put together or that's being constructed. Hear what I'm saying? If you don't have those boundaries around you, you'll allow anybody and everything to come in your space while you're you're trying to be a work in progress, and they might mess up something. And it's like, well, how did that happen? You moved the cones, the boundaries. So while you're thinking right now, I want you to continue. This is going to be kind of as I go to each step, everything's going to be connected. But think about areas where you know you need boundaries, where you need to probably put up some things around your life to slow things down and allow people to precede you with caution. Because when we approach a construction site, you do have to slow it on down, because if not, it's a reason why those cones are bright orange like that, because whether it's daytime or nighttime, you're going to see them. Follow me? Whether it's daytime or nighttime with you at any time, there's going to be a certain level of boundary around you to keep you safe and keep anything coming in that's going to end up causing damage or destroy what you're building right now. Next thing, caution tape. We all know the caution tape, the yellow with the black writing, right? This is for protection, again, protection and awareness. Caution tape signals danger or restricted areas. Now, again, in your life, that doesn't mean that you're a danger. That just means that if certain parts of you are not, or if you're not blocked off in a sense with caution tape or proceeding for somebody to know they need to proceed with caution, that person might cause you danger. So you have to be restricted at times, especially when think about your lives right now. When we're talking about construction, there are plenty of things probably going on within you right now that you are under construction with, that need changing, that need rearranging, that need to be repaired, that need to be rebuilt. So it's like I have to have this caution tape up for people because I don't want people or anything, people, places, things, or whatever, or even ideas to be coming rushing to me because that might cause me some level of danger. It might impede my progress as well. With that, some parts of your personal growth need protection from interference, criticism, or judgment. Sometimes the caution tape might need to be what goes over your mouth. Be careful with what you're sharing about what you're building, what you're creating, because now it might invite some negative criticism, some judgment, and things of that nature. And then you getting thrown off your game, and you're starting to question yourself. You're starting to worry and wonder, and you're feeding into things that are knocking you off your game. So it's like maybe I need some caution over my mouth. Maybe I need caution over my ears, what I'm letting come into my ear gates. Maybe I need even caution off of my eyes. Well, I don't need any distractions right now that are going to restrict me from what I'm doing. I cannot stop what I'm doing right now because this is something that I'm working very hard on to progress and become better in my life than I have been before. I want to say this too. When we talk about that, I want you to think about, are there areas of your life that you feel are off limits right now? Maybe it's talking on the phone. Maybe it's going out to eat with people. Maybe it's meeting up with people. Maybe it's being on social media too much. Maybe it's watching television. Certain things that are off limits to you right now that you have to put in place because if not, this could distract you. So you have to have caution with everything that you're doing. What's feeding you? What's helping you a part of this process while you're under construction? Also, next thing is traffic slowing down. We all love to be on the internet and you going 75 miles per hour. I know some of y'all do. You don't have to you don't have to lie. You can tell the truth in here, but you could be going so fast on the interstate or in your neighborhood, and all of a sudden traffic comes to a halt, and it's like, what in the world is going on? Like I'm on my way somewhere. I don't want to be late. But then when you pay attention up there and you see the signs merge right, merge left, whatever it is, you're slowing down because there is something up ahead that's being worked on. So again, in your own life, there may be some things that have to slow down around you. Some things might have to slow down around you because guess what? Growth cannot be rushed. Slowing down is a sign of alignment and not failure. So sometimes when we're under construction and there's certain part with it, and again, we're always under construction. So let me be clear about that. But when we're under construction, we're working on certain areas of our lives that might take us away from things that used to be fast paced, take us away from things around us that would be that we were so involved in. Maybe you were in an organization, maybe you were I'm just going to use anything. Maybe you were working a certain job that you had to come away from. Maybe you were building a business you've had to come away from. Maybe you were singing in the choir. I don't know. Whatever it is, you might have been doing certain activities. Again, meeting up with family, going out with friends, traveling a lot or whatever. But it might cause you for a moment to slow some things down because you're in a place of having to grow and I can't rush it. So whatever's been going on, I gotta slow it down for just a little while because I'm a work that's in progress actively. And it does not mean that I am failing. It just means I'm being put in proper alignment before things can speed up again. Because do you notice when a construction site is done, even if it's been out there for months or whatever, but once they've completed whatever it is, things start to flow faster again around that same site that was being constructed, being worked on. Another thing is, I want you to think about what areas of your life require patience right now. What are you such a rush, trying to be in a rush about? And it's like, wait a minute, I just noticed certain things have slowed down a little bit. And let me say this one area for me, I know from, I think I shared with you guys before, there was an opportunity extended to me to speak overseas in a wonderful place that I was like on my bucket list. And I was like, God, this is you. Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. I also was extended an offer to do something in entertainment. And that again was not it's not time for that yet. And then also finding out some things, and I'm like, okay, I understand why God was like, slow it down. I know that those are things you want to do, but also I want to see if, how eager you are, or also how you're willing to continue the process that you're in, Josh, before I release you to do those things again, or do before that you've never done before. And I'm like, man, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do that. I need to be doing more. I can't just be doing this, and I need to be doing more, God. And it's like God saying, what you in a rush for? It might be some things I'm still working on in you, constructing in you, before I release you out into the world like that. So I've had to slow down and be a patient person and just say, okay, I'm not going to miss anything, but some things around me have slowed down. But there's been a lot of inner things I've been able to see, been able to develop, been able to heal, been able to work through. So think about that for yourself. The next thing are workers, your support system. Like workers are actively building and repairing the zone all the time. And you notice you see the people out there with their hats on, they got on their gear, they're lining up, they're directing traffic, but they're surrounding and they're all working together. You see that dust flying, you see them throwing things to each other, they're directing each other, they're all working together. So my thing is think about whether you have mentors, your friends, or people who you collaborate with that help shape your transformation that you've been in or that you're currently in. Who's around you? Who's willing to come together and work for your benefit? Who's willing to see you grow? Iron does sharpen iron. So it's like, who's showing up for you? Who's wanting to see you be the best version of who you are? Who recognizes the greatness in you? Who is at your, I mean, you can call on them and they're there when they can be. Who's willing to put in time for you? Who's willing to serve with you or serve you, help meet some of your needs, help get you to the next level? Of course, you have your own responsibility, but when you think about that construction site, then people are out there like clockwork and they're working together. Not just, I mean, of course, I know they're getting paid, but they're all working together to build this area up. So again, who is around you helping to build you up to a better person and and see you in a better place, see you in a better light, see you at a better version of yourself. So again, who are your workers? The people who genuinely are helping you grow, not even wanting anything from you, they just want for you. And they don't mind putting in the time. They don't mind putting in the labor. They don't mind rolling up their sleeves and going to work for you, helping you in whatever way that is, personally or professionally. So think about that, your workers, okay? Next thing, barricades and glimpses of the work, okay? Barricades protect the work, which is you. Glimpses hint at progress, but don't show the full picture. Now, sometimes you can't show everything about your growth, and that's okay. And when you think about barricades, think about, the white or the orange barricades that are put up. Sometimes when you're passing a construction zone, you're looking over or a site, you're looking over, you can see a little bit of what they're doing, but you can't see the full thing. And you have no idea of probably sometimes what they're building or what they're doing. Even when you see people constructing a building or anything or a house or anything like that, sometimes you're looking, you kind of get a glimpse and see what's going on, but you have no idea what the full picture is going to be. So this is why, again, we talk about caution, being careful of what you let come out of your mouth or being careful about what you let people see. Sometimes, people do those like stay tuned or those little previews. They might be putting some things out on social media to let you know what they're working on. It's just to get people's interest to know that they're doing something, but you have no idea what they're cooking up. Let them cook. I think that's what Glorilla said. Let them cook. So it's like you could be building some things right now, and you might show people just a little bit, but they have no idea of the fullness of what you're doing. And that, in a way, is protecting yourself. So again, how can you honor your process of you being worked on right now and what you're working on or towards? How can you honor your process without worrying what others don't see in the full transformation? Sometimes we're like, oh, I wish I could let everybody know what I'm doing because people think I'm not doing a lot right now. They don't have no idea how hard I'm working and they're asking me questions and I can't tell them. And people are looking at me. Who cares? I know I used to be a person who I would want to tell people some things I was doing and working on, but I would keep my mouth closed because it's like it's going to bring on unwelcome questions or comments or things of that nature, or they might want to be a part of it, or they might want to sabotage it. So it's like there has to be a barricade, but at the same time, there may be moments where you can show glimpses, whether that's to the world or whether it's privately. But they won't be able to see the full picture. And for that reason, you have to be protecting of yourself and what you're doing. Also, the work that you're just doing on yourself personally, maybe there's some things that you no longer do. Maybe you have a habit that you used to do around your friends or with family or whatever that you just don't do anymore. And they're slow, or maybe you're working on your attitude. You're working on uh, uh, creating certain things. It's like I don't want to show people certain things, but they'll see it enough to know something done changed about you. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but something is changing about you. Same thing. Next thing is noise, disruptions, and detours. This is what we call growth pains. You hear those jackhammers, loud machinery, and you see plenty of detours, which are all temporary chaos. Anybody have dealing with any temporary chaos? All of us should be like this right now. And we've always dealt with temporary chaos, and the key word is temporary. Sometimes there's the chaos going on, and it's all for your benefit. Even though, again, on the construction zone yourself, those workers are out there working nonstop on this stuff, and this thing has got these barricades, it's got these cones up, so it's always some noise. You go by, you hear the drilling, you hear the trucks, you hear the cement being poured, whatever it is always, but it's a temporary thing. It's a temporary thing. Also, growing in uncomfortable but necessary uh, spaces are healthy, because you know what? Without growth, we just stay stagnant. So growth can be uncomfortable. Some of y'all are probably in uncomfortable situations right now where you're being stretched. Your faith is being stretched. You have some uncertainties. You're in a position of where you're not even understanding or realizing who you are at the moment because you're evolving. So it might seem loud up here, a lot of chaos, a lot of questions, a lot of wondering, maybe even anxious thoughts sometimes. It's a lot of noise, or there's a lot of things you're having to do simultaneously that might make you a little uncomfortable, but it's a part of your growth. It's temporary, but it can be it's temporary chaos. So certain things could be going a little rah rah rah, but at the same time, you can still be at peace. Still be at peace even with chaos going on around you. Because guess what? When you drive past a place that's that noisy or whatever is going on in a construction zone, eventually once you pass it, you don't hear the noise anymore. But you being that construction zone, you got noise going on. You got directives, you got goals, you got objectives, you have things you're getting rid of, things that you're building up to make better. So again, it can seem like a lot of things are going on and it's noisy, but it's necessary. I like that. It's noisy, but it's necessary. So think about what disruptions in your life are actually signs that something new is being built. What disruptions? Disrupting your habits, disrupting your time, disrupting your usual routine. But again, it's for your benefit because you can't keep going on like you're going. So these things are under construction. The way you think about yourself, the way you think about your life, how you speak to yourself, how you affirm yourself, the things that you're wanting to bring to pass, such as your dreams and your visions, what are being disrupted because some things might not be going the way you thought they were going to be going. So we got all of these pieces of this puzzle, of this construction zone, which is you. One of the things I want to reiterate as we're closing, as we're about to be done, I told you I'm not going to be that long. I want to reiterate that life's construction zones aren't obstacles. They are preparation for a stronger, more complete version of yourself. And it's necessary. It's just preparation for you. And guess what? Again, like I keep saying, it's temporary. It's not an obstacle. It's just a preparation for you getting stronger. It looks like an obstacle probably to people on the outside. Just like when we approach a construction zone, it's like, dang, now we got to go around this way. We got to detour. I usually can just go straight through here. Now this is just slowing me down. It's not an obstacle for you. This is a stage of preparation because this is also taking you to a more complete, and I'll add a whole version of yourself. So I want you guys to enhance and focus on your boundaries, your patience, and also your trusted support, because those are all a part of the process. We need people around us who can hold us up, who can tell us the truth, who can work beside us, come stand beside us and go through this process with us, that love us, that care about us. And it's important to have those boundaries around you, and it's important to be patient with what's taking place within you that you've never experienced before. Um, so I want to say this too. Next time you feel like life is slowing you down or putting up the orange cones, I want you to remember that you're under construction and the masterpiece isn't finished yet. You're a work of art, and you're always getting chiseled at. You ever see how people are sculpting things and they chisel down and get all of the excess stuff down, and then when it's done, it's like this masterpiece. That's you. That is you. That is you. I'll say it one more time, but next time life slows you down or puts up the orange cones, remember you are under construction and the masterpiece isn't finished yet. Okay? So y'all, I hope that you all are not going to be going out looking for construction zones right now or today, this week, or rest of this weekend or whatever. But again, orange cones are for boundaries. Caution tape is for protection and awareness. Traffic slowing down just means for you to have patience. You need those workers around you, people who are going to be your support system. You need the barricades and also the glimpses of the work. It's okay to let people see just a little bit, but they have no clue of the full picture. It's okay to embrace the noise, the disruptions, and the detours. They're part of the growth pains. It can seem a little noisy because it's like you go into a new place, you're evolving to a new place within yourself that you've never been before, and it can be chaotic, but it's temporary. The noise is necessary. So I hope that each and every one of you were able to gain a lot of knowledge from this, wisdom from this, and think of those areas in your life with the boundaries, with the patience, and also transformation, also the support system. Where are some areas you know you need to fine tune, things you need to implement? Because we're all in the construction if you want to be. Because I know if I see something on the side of the road that, you see these potholes and you're like, somebody need to come and fill these things up. I'm tired of tearing my tire up. But what if that's what you are? Sometimes there's some holes in your life or spaces in your life that need to be filled. Spaces and holes in your life that need to be filled. So we got to put up a construction site and go to work so that you can be whole for what's next and what's always going to be next for you. So I hope that you all have enjoyed your time with me. It has been an amazing time, as always, with you guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And also, think about this construction zone that you're in right now in your life because of the person that you're transforming into that's necessary for what's next. As I always say, you've always been great. You're just getting better and you're finally embracing it. And things are only going to get better in your life. They're only going to get better, not just because I'm telling you, but just because of what I know. I know the people that I'm speaking to. I know the people that are watching. And there's nothing you can't do. If you look in your life, again, look back. There are several instances in your life where you have seen yourself scared and nervous and worried, and you went for it anyway. So this is no different. This is no different. So I love each and every one of y'all. Please spread love now more than ever. And what I want to say too is that God is always with you through whatever, no matter this. And again, he orchestrates construction for us because he's always getting us to the best version of ourselves. He's allowing us to put off our old self, our old natures, our old habits, our old thinking, stinking thinking, or just not even that, but just he's always evolving us because he wants the absolute best from us and also for us. He'll always be there. Always be there. So you're not walking alone. God is my all and all. God is my all and all. My all. God is my all, and he is your all too. So, on that note, have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see y'all at what time? Next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And to all of my wonderful international family, you all know what your time zones are. And I look forward to you being here as you are right now. So much love to you all. Spread love now more than ever. We need the unity, and it starts with you. See y'all next Friday. Bye.
Thanks for watching The Inspiration Station with Joshua Lenox. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.